These three gentlemen take mental well-being seriously, but are not serious. They'd rather swear and make irreverent jokes. Now that you know, the healing may commence. Welcome to We're Probably Not Okay, the podcast that makes fun of mental well-being. This is episode 56, and gentlemen, it's the season 5 finale. And you know what that means? Well, this isn't consistent, but this time it means verbal jazz. Jazz hands. And I'm David Musgrave, the man kissed by all angels. With me, as always, my co-hosts, compadres. I almost said best friends, but that's going to take away the moniker from Ryan, so we'll just kick it over to him and let him say it.
I am your very best friend, Ryan Brown.
And I'm the shepherd of the forest, Brandon Full, and I will do anything for jazz.
For $1.
Holy shit.
No.
Well,
Brandon's jazz hands, baby.
Brendan and I were talking before we started recording, and we think we figured out how to make more money than this whole podcasting gig, and he's getting in the spirit when he says he wants to do just about anything. So this podcast just turned into an OnlyFans channel. So all right, let's go.
Only Brandon's.
Only Brandon.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Well, it's been a while since we've recorded, and many things have happened in our lives, and I think it's time that we catch up on those things, gentlemen. That's right. It's our mental well-being check-in, our mental health check-in, our mental well-being check-in. We never say
our mental well-health being.
We've done this. We've done this 56 times, guys. Can we just get it right once? And
can we just decide right now what it is exactly?
Mental well-being check-in. Because it's the podcast that makes fun of mental well-being. So it is the mental well-being check-in.
Okay.
And it only took us 56 episodes to get that down.
I will never mess it up again.
Ryan? Go ahead.
I absolutely will mess it up again.
Yes, I will.
In fact, I'm going to do it on purpose now.
Yeah.
The mental check-in for well-being and health.
So before we, I know we break the fourth wall and we're all mesmerized by the fact that we use cameras now. But when I look at you guys, I'm recording the video up here. So I'm looking at you guys up here. Or I could look at you guys over here, which is the source of the video. Or I can look down here, which is where I have everything else that I have pulled up for the podcast, and my camera is there. So I really need to buy like a camera, basically, is the moral of the story, and put it up here. So that's just a future reference thing. Mental note.
What camera are you using now?
It's my laptop camera.
Oh, just laptop camera?
So
okay.
Me too.
So if you picture it, laptop here, monitor up here where I'm recording the source video, which is over here. So if I want to see you guys, I have to either look over here at the source or look up here where I'm recording it. And actually, this looks a little more natural because technically you guys are above me in the video. So maybe this is what I should do.
Yeah, I think we solved it.
Okay. Until I buy an actual camera. Okay.
Yeah,
anyway.
It's good enough that you looks like you're looking at it, sort of. Kind of.
Ryan.
Yep.
How it be?
Oh, just more of the same, but faster and harder, I guess. Just trying to make it to tomorrow for some reason. I'll get back to you if there's a why. I'm trying to think if anything particularly huge or exciting has happened to me in the interim. When was the last time we recorded?
It's been a while.
Yeah, well, I turned 40. I don't know if we have recorded since then.
No,
we have not.
Well, I turned 40, and I had a absolutely incredible mental health, just existential crisis over that. So continues to be ongoing, struggling with mortality and all that human being nonsense.
Yeah, 40 for me, I don't know. Like I had a weird 40th birthday because I was like in a lot of transition in my life.
Yeah.
And the people that I hung out with were not like really kind of my friends, but it was Kira trying to do like a sweet thing and surprise me with some people that we were going to hang out with. And so like I thought we were just going to go out and have a good time, and then all of a sudden these people show up and I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
hey, now I have to hang out with you for several hours," type of a thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was very nice. Like Kira was very sweet, and she tried to do something special for me, and it was. But like,
It wasn't that guy from your wedding that Ryan and I hated, was it?
So
That guy-
What was his name? What was his name?
the guy that was
So
supposed
for our listeners who maybe aren't as well versed in our lore, at Dave's wedding, Brandon and I arbitrarily, and I mean arbitrarily, decided we hated this guy that was there and just spent the rest of the wedding shit talking him for literally no reason other than us just trying to like dogpile goofs on top of one
The guy that
another.
was there?
And just
I thought it was the guy.
yeah,
that,
it was someone who was in like your. I don't remember. I can't remember his fucking name.
Okay, I can tell you exactly who he was. He was the guy who was. He and his girlfriend were serving champagne.
Oh,
at
Jeremy.
the reception. Yeah,
Fucking
John.
Jeremy.
Who totally doesn't deserve it, but it was really funny.
No, I'm sure he's a very lovely young man, but we just arbitrarily decided that he's the guy that we hate.
Yeah, I
It's
remember
actually
this now.
funny because every time I looked at him, he was doing something like pouring a glass for somebody or like happily enjoying a conversation with somebody. Like he was never
Yeah.
doing any asshole behavior.
Yeah,
So
but then
everybody
we'd
was
make like
doing-
eye contact with each other and give like the jerk off gesture or something.
Yeah, fucking Jeremy.
It wasn't Jeremy,
Yeah,
but yeah.
goddamn piece of shit.
But anyway, it was actually the guy that was supposed to be my best man who did not end up being my best man, and therefore you two were my best men, which I prefer.
We're the best.
in hindsight, the video or the photos, the three of us. You fucking kidding me?
Much better.
Much better.
Yeah.
But no, and then the other guy was a guy that I like had met through the bar that the guy that was supposed to be my best man owns, and like I wasn't really friends with them, and we were like kind of trying to be friends with them, and then they just kind of sucked. So, long story short, this is not about me.
But we
This is
were
about
right.
you, huh?
We were right in our assessment.
Not of Jeremy. This has nothing.
I
to do
beg to differ.
This has nothing to do with Jeremy.
Jeremy is famously a son of a bitch. The way he pours champagne for people.
Yeah, the way
That's literally all I know.
The way that he
I
was a
know.
bartender without pay and on short notice for me for my
some
wedding.
motherfucker.
That idiot. But
Yeah.
but yeah, no, this is not about me though. I was just trying to say my 40th didn't really hit me hard like in that way. It was just weird. I didn't have the crisis of faith. I'm still a 12-year-old boy at heart and in maturity. So I don't know. And this is probably another episode altogether of, what that means. And is it an aging thing? Is it, I don't care about death other than the fact that I want to be here for my daughter and my wife. There's lots of stuff we can get into there. I would like you to finish your mental well-being check-in, if you would, sir.
And I got some bad news medically. I mean, I talked to you guys about this. I'm pretty sure. No, I definitely did. That it turns out I'm pretty high risk for a heart attack at this point in my life because of my relative levels of constant stress and cortisol and all the other cholesterol, blood pressure, all that other stuff. So I'm not feeling great about it, but
There's nothing to feel great about as far as that's concerned.
yeah. But we'll see. Just go with me here. The idea of dying and of death is much less scary or intimidating than having a shitty being like a shitty old man. You know what I mean? Who's like, I don't know, like That sounds peaceful, honestly. It just sounds like, because I don't dream when I sleep, it just sounds like being asleep, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
yeah. I think dying itself will be scary, of course, and I'll speak to this momentarily. But being dead doesn't scare me. Dying scares
it,
me, and not being here for my family scares me.
unrelated, but are you guys getting feedback? I'm getting a little feedback. Is that me?
I'm not hearing anything.
Okay, hold on. Okay. Um, but yeah, I mean, that's just kind of not really relevant to what we were talking about. But yeah, it's just other than that, I don't know. Being being 40 is weird. It's weird. It's unexpected to a degree. Like, obviously, I know how fucking numbers work. I knew the next one was 40, but I distinctly remember, like, I have like vivid memories that I can recall of when my dad turned 40, and he was very clearly an old man at that point.
Yeah.
Like, he dressed like an old man. He wore like the fucking woven leather belts and pleated khakis and stuff like that. Like, he wore
Fuck
old man
yeah.
clothes,
That's awesome.
you know? And I don't feel old.
Yeah, that's
You
I'm
know what I
saying.
mean?
We're all
Like,
12.
numerically, yeah, I guess so, but I still do cool shit all the time,
And you look cool.
you know?
You look great for 40, bro.
Thanks. Yeah, I was actually it's funny because whenever I was taking a client somewhere the other day, and they asked how old I was, and I was like, oh, I just turned 40. And they were like, well, you don't look 40. I was like, how old do I look? And they said 38. I was like,
Thanks. Could give me 5 years at least if you
a
wanted to compliment.
it's a subtle delineation.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what about you, Brandon? How are you?
I'm okay. I've been stressing out still.
The way you
About,
said that made it seem like you were suspicious of our motives.
I'm fine.
Why? Who wants to know?
Why
I'm
do you
all
ask?
right. Why are you asking?
Look, I got a cat too.
Oh, hi, cat.
Mine's over there, but he's here. He's
Podcast.
What's the name?
Sorry,
What's the
go.
name of that cat?
That's Precious.
Precious.
She's a real piece of shit.
Does she put the lotion on her skin?
I'm just kidding. She's very nice. She does put the lotion on her skin.
Okay. Yeah, so I've been mostly okay, stressed out about finding work and finding money and, just the normal stuff there. I'm still only working part-time, so trying to live off of that and, just the huge lifestyle change, which I didn't realize was going to be as big of a deal as it is. The lifestyle change of not being able to, order a pizza whenever I want to. If I feel like it once a week, order a pizza. Can't do that now, just don't have the extra money for it. Just little shit like that it's not a huge deal. I know that it's not permanent, but it's still stressing me the fuck out.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You get used to a certain lifestyle, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, this could really get bad quick.
Yeah.
Been there many times.
The other thing that I've kind of been wrestling with is my child, who turned 16 this month. And they've just kind of we've kind of grown apart a little bit. We had a little bit of an argument. And since then, they've been very, very short with me. And I know that that's just being a teenager. I hope it's just being a teenager. But I'm still a little bit like, oh man, I hope it's not a permanent thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, let me ask you this, as the parent of a couple of teenagers, too, and answer this honestly, and I think you will. Does your child hate you?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I'm just saying.
I would agree with that.
I think, and granted, the standards are very low, as the three of us are millennials, and historically our people don't have great relationships with their parents. But if you can make it through your entire child's life into adulthood without them hating you, then I feel like it's a success.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm not trying to say that, you know, that's all you should shoot for, because I don't think that's true, and I don't think that's what you're doing. But I also think that you're doing a lot better than you give yourself credit for, because I feel like much like me, I feel like you tend to have perfectionist tendencies as well,
Yeah.
and you take these responsibilities very seriously as a parent, and being less than perfect and reliable is obviously not ideal, but it's not a failure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's like subtle degrees when it comes to parenting. This is what I fucking learned is like, just like any other thing you have to do, you're gonna have days where you're good at it and days where you're bad at it. And your kid's gonna have days where they're good at being a kid and bad at being a kid. And sometimes those are gonna line up in shitty ways, and sometimes not. But I think you're doing a lot better than you give yourself credit for. And, you know, it might not feel that way when you're in the middle of it, in the eye of it,
Yeah.
you know, but it doesn't hate you.
Yeah.
You
that's
know?
true. And I guess I can take comfort in that. Yeah. They don't hate me, and they're not on the road to hating me.
And I think that that's huge, honestly.
And you're certainly not the only parent at this stage in a teenager's life that has had this issue. So I think that it is probably pretty natural to some extent, and I think it feels exacerbated by other circumstances.
That's absolutely true.
Yeah, for real. So I think that, you know, you'll probably get on the other side of a couple of years, and have a different experience with your child. I mean, I think about how shitty I was to my parents. I was shitty to my parents. Shitty to my parents until, you know, I don't know. Had been on my own for a while and was like, oh yeah, my mom and dad actually weren't that terrible, or at least they don't deserve me to be a complete asshole, complete dick. So, you know.
Like I was talking to my kid, and I said, you know, you're going to get to an age at some point where we're going to sit down and you're going to say, Dad, you said this thing to me, or you did this thing that really fucked me up. And I'm going to say, I don't even remember doing that, or I don't even remember saying that. And I said, that's just the role of a kid versus their parent. And my kid said, oh yeah, I can think of a couple already. And I really wanted to be like what? But I didn't. I didn't. Because I would just add to the pile. I was like...
Or let's be healthy and talk about it when I might remember it. You know? Like, what? Don't hold that in.
Yeah.
Just tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not how we do stuff in the full household.
Well, I think you're doing things differently than your parents did. And no disrespect to Mr. and Mrs. Full. But I think by and large, our generation learned how to be parents by having shit done to us and us being like, well, I'm never doing that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. One last thing, I've been making pixel art. I've been doing that for fun. And that's been
fun.
Very enjoyable. There's a program called Asprite. ASEPRITE. So
I've been to that website. Wait, what? What's it called?
Asprite or something.
Oh,
A-Sprite. No, not Asp.
That's
Sprite.
not the one.
Are you talking about the website where people drink Sprite out of anuses?
Yes. No.
Yes. So yeah, that's been fun. I've enjoyed the minutia of it. It's helped me focus my emotions and my thoughts and stuff, because you can zone out and think about stuff while you're doing pixel by pixel.
And you've made some pretty freaking awesome frogs and hourglass spiders. I like the tiny hourglass spider. That's the best one you've done that I've seen.
Yeah, he's very, very tiny. I did a whole thing of hourglass spiders, but they all kind of sucked except for that one.
That one's good.
The rest of them did not look great. But anyway, enough about me. Let's talk about you for a minute. How are you, David?
I'm good. It's been a long time. So I have a new job. I don't remember if we've talked about that. If I've started my new job even when we last recorded? I don't remember.
I don't think he'd started it.
So new job, awesome. I work for a real company. It's a Fortune 500 company. It is like they're real people with real processes and real programs and real like everything is just like, oh, this is what it's like to work for a real company. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. My bosses are cool as shit. Like, they're nice. They listen to me. They like my ideas. They implement my ideas. I'm helping them. They're very flexible and kind. It's fucking weird. I just and you better believe I still have a little bit of imposter syndrome behind that, all that. And I'm like, oh fuck, when's the shoe gonna drop? But
yeah.
But I've been there long enough to where, like, I've gone through some of that. Like, oh, fuck, here we go. Oh, no, what's this message going to be? Oh, why does my boss want to talk to me? But now it's all like, hey, David, I want your thoughts on this. Hey, David, can you do this for me? Or, hey, we got to do this. What do you? How do you think we should do it? Then we do it.
Yeah.
And it's good.
Is it
it's
a trick?
okay.
Is your boss trying to trick you?
I haven't once been tricked by them. Unless it's all one big trick. Oh, shit.
He doesn't even, like, pants you or anything?
Not even once. I work from home.
He hasn't pointed at your weird dick and
I
laughed?
work from home. Well, I didn't say that. I work from home 100%.
I mean, it's not a perfect working situation.
I've been in this building. I've been working there for over a month. I've been in the building twice. It's wonderful. Life is good, guys. I'm sorry. That I know these ones aren't as interesting when things are good, but I might not have to talk about work anymore.
I think people like to hear us.
I think so too.
Good.
Yeah, I think people like to hear when things are going well for us. In which case, I apologize.
I mean,
sorry, everyone. Too. Sorry, listeners.
You've got goodness too. You know you've done interesting things and talked about good things too. It's just right now you're going through, and you know it's something that obviously.
Hey, here's a good thing. Here's a good thing.
Fuck yeah, we all have cats. Look at that. This truly is Paul's cast.
That's Blaze.
No,
he's a little guy.
It's over there.
I'm poking his belly.
He does have a very pokeable belly. Like, my God, you can't really tell in this picture, but he has got a hell of a belly.
Is he one of those cats that like scratches you and kicks you when you poke his belly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But in a playful way.
Yeah,
he's
that.
Like, ha ha ha, I'm gonna get you, motherfucker.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
He has a loaf of bread. They say that's loaf, but that's a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
He is loafing. You can kind of see it. Like,
yeah, he's
Willow. When Willow was little, Willow used to call that chicken mode because said it looked like a rotisserie chicken.
I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see that. Just pull a piece off that breast.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything funnier than whenever somebody's hungry in a movie and they look at their friend and their friend
they turn into a piece of chicken? Yes, I love that.
It might be the height of comedy as a human race. It might be.
I agree.
Well, I would say I don't know if I'd go that far, David. But
I just really wanted to support you in that moment. I'm sorry.
I appreciate it. I'm sorry.
You're welcome.
I mean, I honestly think that Looney Tunes is basically apex comedy.
I don't disagree. You go back and watch that and you're like, damn.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that in like, I don't know, 10 or 20 years or something, it's going to circle back around to being like legitimately, like unironically something that people find like that sort of like vaudevillian type of humor, which is what Looney Tunes was.
Oh yeah.
Derivative of is going to come back around to being like genuinely hilarious to people and not just like ironic or sentimental.
There's certain things that just make people laugh,
Yeah.
Farts
Sure.
universally. I mean, I know that in some situations they're like considered rude, but in all
those aren't good situations to be in it.
No, I mean I'm talking like medieval times, where you'd fart in front of the king and it'd be like cut his head off.
Still funny.
Man, fuck that king. Yeah.
It's so funny, that's true. But
everyone's like, oh, you're gonna die, but
oh dear, I farted in front of the king.
But totally worth it.
Yeah, still funny.
Yeah,
worth for sure. So that's the good. The bad is that we've been traveling a lot. We traveled to Louisville for my stepson's high school graduation, and and college orientation. Congratulations. And I thought that I was having a heart attack, like legit. I'm going to be quick with this next couple of things so we can move on. But we went to the zoo and took Charlotte to the zoo because we had some free time during the day. And we're going around doing the zoo stuff. Oh, giraffes, oh, elephants, cool. Oh, it's a warthog, neat. Taking her videos. It's a real cool video of me like chilling with a giraffe in the background. I'll have to send it to you guys. But then I almost died because we went to the lizard and snake like house. My favorite thing at the zoo. I love that shit. We're going through it, and this one just happened to be 200 degrees for some reason. Like, I guess lizards like that. Makes sense.
Yes, lizards are fucking weird.
Yeah. Well, they almost killed me because we're getting through it, and I'm like, oh, it's hot in here. Like, I would like to be done with this. And we're looking at Charlotte's looking at all the lizards and snakes, and it's like, oh, look at that one, look at that one, look at that one. I'm like, I'm done. Let's get out of here. But we had rooms to go, so trying to be chill. It got to the point where I'm like, we got to get out of here. So we get out, and my heart is just boom, 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 like busting on my chest. Then I start getting super lightheaded. Then I start feeling a weird pressure in my chest. Then I get a little bit of a tingly, sharp pain down my left arm. And I'm like, oh no. And I felt like I was going to pass out, and I don't pass out. Like, my mother and I famously don't pass out, but both my sisters and my dad do. And I'm like, it's kind of getting gray around the edges. This isn't good. And it's very uncomfortable, and I started getting like a panic. And I'm like, fuck, this is not good. And I'm trying to like be chill and cool and take deep breaths and stuff. And we went and sat down at a picnic table, and like I'm trying to drink water, and Kira's trying to help, but everything just seems to be making everything worse. And I'm like, I'm about to die in this zoo. And kind of finally start to feel a little bit better. I'm like, let's just get out of here. There wasn't much of the zoo left, so we didn't miss much. But I'm like, we got to get out of here. So they had to like return the little wagon we rented and stuff, and I'm getting to the car as fast as I can to go turn on the air conditioner and chill. I get in the car, still not really feeling that much better. We get back to the Airbnb, and like we're chilling. We had movie night planned with my stepson, and like I'm trying to go through the motions, but I'm sitting there watching Nightmare on Elm Street. Sitting there like, well, I'm gonna die watching Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
Because the chest pains are getting worse. The pain's starting to come up in my neck and into my jaw.
You should go to the doctor.
At this point, I should go to the doctor. You're right. That's what a smart person would do. But I'm like, this is the next day is my stepson's high school graduation. So I'm like, I'm not about to ruin this shit. I'm going to go lay down. If it gets better, we'll get through it. If it gets worse, Kira, you're taking me to the hospital. So I go and do that. And I lay down, and I'm like looking up pre-heart attack symptoms. Yep.
Yeah, that's all of them.
Yep, I got them all. Every single one of them. And so I'm like, okay, cool. But I laid there and started falling asleep and started feeling a little bit better. Slept a little bit and woke up in a cold sweat. Not a good sign. And like I'm still like just chill, cool, just get through it. Woke up the next morning, felt a little bit better. Went to the high school graduation. Pretty much felt better, but still started getting weird symptoms like chest tight stuff throughout the day. This goes on for the next couple of days. Schedule.
Next couple of days?
Yeah. And you can experience these days or weeks before the big one. And so obviously scheduled an appointment with my doctor, stopped all alcohol, stopped like, I ate fruits and vegetables for 2 days straight, raw foods primarily, and started feeling a lot better. And then by the time I got to the doctor, I felt great. Did an EKG, said, your heart looks good, man. Like, we'll do blood work and we'll do a stress test just to make sure, maybe we could tell if your heart was working really hard at some point. But he's like, if you ever experience that again, go to the doctor, dude. Go to the emergency room. I'm like, I know. He's like, just because you're good now, you could have been having a heart attack.
Yeah, it really sounds like you had a heart attack.
I had something. It wasn't good. So, Kira and I are now on a pretty strict diet, and like I've cut out drinking for the most part, just special occasions and here and there. But I feel great. I've lost some weight. I feel better than I have in a long time, and I'm going to stay on top of that shit, obviously. But yeah, fucking sucked. So I feel you on the heart thing, brother. And yeah, take care of yourself because that shit ain't no joke.
Mm.
And that's my
Well,
mental.
you should definitely go to the doctor if that even remotely happens
Oh,
again, even if
yeah.
it's not as intense.
Yeah. I absolutely, in hindsight, like, I pushed through for the sake of my stepson, but it wouldn't have been worth it if I died in front of him.
No, that would have made the graduation worse. Yeah,
A little bit.
or better. I don't know what your relationship's like.
That's what I told him. We went to dinner, and I said, if I die right now, you'll remember this, if nothing else. One of the most eventful meals of your life.
Yeah.
You're welcome. But anyway, let's jazz it up, brothers. I hope you've brought some spicy topics. Because really, it's really more about the notes you don't play in jazz.
That's
so
true.
I didn't prepare as a result.
It's about the stories we don't talk about.
Mm-hmm. We can just sit here in silence and every once in a while go beep-beep-up, boop-bop. And that's all we need to do.
Yeah.
Brandon, I actually have brought a little game for you guys to play, so we'll do that.
A game?
Yes. And actually, you know what? This is our season finale. Before we get to any of our topics and the game that I have brought, let's talk about where we've been in the last season. So season 5. Well, actually, we'll say season 4 ended with episode 45. That was in July of last year. Embarrassingly enough.
Okay.
And it was titled, What's Next? Bavid.
You've been Bavid for that long?
Yeah, I've been Bavid for a year. Then we had our first episode of season 5 was Aliens, Stinky X-Files. Then we had favorite movies, Two Car Man. This seems like such a long time ago, I guess, because it kind of was. Then Memory, Better Than Your Nana. That's a good one. Then we had our Spooky Halloween Spooktacular Spook. The Rise of Jason Kruger. Then we had Catching Up, Bluetooth Your Pants.
Yeah.
Grandparents, Smooching Angels. Aging, Bipolar Coaster. Doesn't that seem like such a long time ago? That was only 4 episodes ago.
Wow.
Then Best Mental Health Media of 2023, Whispers in Your Foreskin. Then Nostalgia, Smell a Dunkaroo. And the last episode we did was The Future, Call Me Claw Machine. And now here we are at season 5's finale, which will be another Verbal Jazz episode. So, now that we're all caught up, now that we've waxed nostalgic on a very long season 5, what have you guys brought? Who wants to go first?
I can jump in.
Okay. Get in there, boy.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Hey, no, you're jumping in. That's what one does.
I'm a kid.
I like this. Yeah, I like this.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Okay, so McDonald's $5 meal this June. Did you guys see this?
No.
I saw that they were doing one.
Yeah. So to combat inflation and because McDonald's sales are going down, I've seen a lot of news stories about how people are getting really pissed with fast food restaurants, especially with inflation.
Yeah.
Which is insane. Fast food is insane now.
Yes.
So McDonald's is doing a $5 meal, but only for the month of June as like a we're sorry, please come back to us.
Yeah.
We still love you, baby.
Yeah, but just for 1 month, which first off pisses me off anyway. But to that note, Red Lobster is also closing because Red Lobster is closing a lot of businesses, right?
Yeah.
Because apparently, and if you guys know more about this than me, please feel free to jump in here. But from what I understood, a firm bought like the land that Red Lobster was built on and then leased it back to them at huge costs.
Well,
to try to get them off the land so they could.
What happened was Red Lobster as a corporation was bought by a venture capital or a not a venture capital firm. Oh fuck, what are they called? I can't remember. It was bought by a conglomeration of wealthy businessmen, and then they um, they bought all the businesses, but then they also bought the land the businesses were on. And since each Red Lobster is apparently a franchise, like it's not, each one is independently owned by a different operator. They were leasing the land that they own to the independent franchises of Red Lobster. So they were basically fucking double dipping. And obviously this caused like a bunch of Red Lobster restaurants to be forced to close down.
Yes. So they had to file for bankruptcy as well. And all of this said to bring this to my question to you guys. Money is no object. John Lobster comes to you, the head of Red Lobster, and he says, look.
The John Lobster?
The John Lobster.
I wish.
He's got his credit card in his lobster claw, and he says, look, take this. Money is no object. Save Red Lobster. What's your guys' marketing campaign to save Red Lobster?
Oh, God. Oh, we sell hamburgers now.
Let me tell you.
I know it's weird.
The food is whatever. But what I would do is I would make it so every table you got them cheddar biscuits for free. Infinite cheddar biscuits, and all you had to do was buy even just a drink, and you could just chill and eat cheddar biscuits. Like no minimum, payment. Like make it like a place where people want to hang out.
Yeah.
Instead of just like
those machines that you would have to get into, or not have to, but people would want to get into in the 90s that was filled with bills.
Yeah.
Do that, but with Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Oh man.
Oh.
Just pelted with Cheddar Bay biscuits. Just absolutely ruined.
Here.
I'm so buttery. So I'm picturing either like a Red Lobster Dave and Buster's hybrid. I think that could that could bring it back. Like basically like free Cheddar Bay biscuits. I think there's somebody just walking around with a bowl of Cheddar Bay biscuits constantly.
Yes, that's even better.
Like constantly. It's like here are the tongs. There's one. Have a napkin. Have a Cheddar Bay biscuit. Have a butter biscuit.
Butter Bay biscuit.
Yeah, and you walk around and you play. Oh, this is problematic though, because your hands are going to get super buttery, as we've discussed, and now you're playing arcade games. I don't know.
Well, if you go to those Dave and Buster's restaurants anyway, like there's people drinking and playing those games and like spilling their booze and shit all over the place. I don't know, but I think that's why one of the reasons they changed their game cabinets out pretty frequently.
Because they get clogged full of shit?
No, to like do maintenance on them and stuff.
Beer and chicken and stuff.
Yeah.
So Dave and Buster's, I've never been to one. What kind of food are they?
It's like bar food.
Okay, so like wings and stuff?
Mm-hmm. Wings and burgers and sandwiches.
Nachos.
It's pretty good. It's expensive.
As everything is now, but John Lobster said money was no object.
Money's no object, yeah.
So we're pumping this thing full of skee ball and Butter Bay biscuits. Why do we keep saying butter?
And I'm gonna pay the employees a living wage.
There you go.
And
that's gonna help.
I'm gonna give them good benefits, and I'm gonna funnel money to leftist insurgent movements. And
we're just gonna fight capitalism in general. Yeah.
We're gonna train the crustaceans to use ninja stars.
Yes.
Against the capitalism.
Yes. So we got Dave and Buster's, Ninja Lobsters, anti-capitalist movement, all wrapped up into a Red Lobster. So
and we'll call it Red Lobster. But the red will have like the hammer and sickle in it.
And can it have the little blood drip?
Yes.
Hell yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we would do.
My idea, I've got the marketing idea myself.
Why do you need another idea?
No, because we've got the idea on how to fix Red Lobster. but we need my idea is how we're going to market it to the public.
I see.
Excellent. Okay.
Bring it on.
And here's what we're going to do. I read a story probably about 6 months ago that the UK was arguing and eventually gave, not citizenship because that would be ridiculous, but gave like, you can't raise octopuses in an octopus farm anymore because they're intelligent. They are much more intelligent than what we realize. Crustaceans are as well. So my marketing campaign would be, I know you guys want to eat a human because they're so smart, but you can't. So the next best thing is to eat a lobster.
Do we know that? Do we know that?
There are some humans we could probably eat and feel okay about, if we're being honest.
Yeah, because they're so smart.
No.
No.
No, so the problem
Hey,
is you guys,
have you thought about this before?
Yeah, I just think you guys aren't following what I'm saying here.
No, I guess not.
You know how you want to eat things based off of how intelligent they are?
All right.
Yeah, I'm with you. No, I have felt bad about eating octopus before, so I'm following.
I'm willing to go along with this.
Okay, so you felt bad about eating octopus. Now, I need to do the opposite and feel good about eating octopus.
Oh, okay. So what I'm saying,
the marketing campaign.
So what I'm saying,
marketing campaign is like eat it.
So what I'm saying that there are some humans that we would not feel bad about eating because they're not intelligent. You're saying that there are people out there that are more into the opposite of that and want to eat the most intelligent thing they can. So it's like, hey, we know you want to eat a person because that's the most intelligent being on Earth, but the next best thing is octopi.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Continue.
That's pretty much it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, just the marketing campaign.
So,
don't you want to eat something that can cry about it?
So
that's going to be the tagline.
This whole marketing campaign hinges on the fact that you think everybody is on some level okay with cannibalism.
Yeah.
Right?
Not cannibalism necessarily.
No, but that's like the logical terminus of that idea.
Would you eat a gorilla?
No. Would I eat a gorilla?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, me either.
I think we're learning something about Brandon is basically what's happening.
I would 100% eat a gorilla.
All right. Hold on. Basically, the reason you brought the question up to us is if Joe Lobster gives you his credit card and says "Save Red Lobster" was so that you can admit to us that you want to eat a person. I think that's what just happened, guys.
Yeah, is this like your roundabout way of confessing that you have this particular philia?
I'm not interested in eating a person. I'm interested in eating based off of intelligence, first off. I'm not into cannibalism necessarily.
But you're not into it.
I guess the necessarily wasn't needed. I'm not into cannibalism.
Okay.
Hard stop, period.
Okay.
But I would eat a gorilla.
I mean, they're genetically almost identical to us.
If it was already killed, if there's nothing I could do, if I was at Outback Steakhouse somewhere and they were like, hey, we got gorilla burgers.
Hold on. The gorilla was Outback Steakhouse and it died?
So, I see what you're saying. Like, it's like Harambe, we got our tits out, it didn't help. He's dead.
Okay.
We made jerky out of him. Do you want a piece?
Exactly. We made burgers.
Okay.
Yeah, and you made Outback Steakhouse gorilla burger.
Huh.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so that was my question. I guess I really just wanted to tell you guys that I would eat an intelligent creature.
Okay.
Would you eat a dolphin?
No, absolutely not. Dolphins are nature's beautiful little creatures.
Pigs are pretty intelligent.
Dolphins commit sex crimes.
That's true.
Yeah.
And pigs are pretty intelligent.
Pigs are pretty intelligent, and I heard this the other day because I listened to a podcast called Last Podcast on the Left, which they talk a lot about true crime stuff, and they were talking about that German cannibal that ate a guy he met off the internet.
Yeah.
Which it's amazing that I could just say that and everybody knows what I'm talking about. But they said that apparently human meat tastes like pork.
Yeah, it's called long pork.
And
that's
Yeah, that's what I learned. Is that like slang term, like the slang term for eating human is long pig.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's horrible. I hate that. I hate that for us.
Yeah.
There's that cannibal from Japan, the Japanese guy who went to jail for it, and now he's out of jail and he's a celebrity. Like, he goes on talk shows and stuff and just talks about it.
That's Japan.
Like,
Hey. Can we call him the Japanable?
I'm never gonna not call him that.
The Japanable, yes.
Japanable.
Right. Well, fortunately, guys, I think we saved Red Lobster. Between the three of our ideas, we will say which idea was the best or the worst.
Yeah. So, Dave and Buster's, anti-capitalism, ninja lobsters, and you might maybe be able to taste human. We're not sure.
No, I'm not. You guys are way off. I'm not suggesting we eat human. I'm saying the selling.
Okay, Brandon, I want to hear you say that, though. I want to hear you say that you don't want to eat a human and that this restaurant won't serve human ever.
It's called Red Lobster.
I want to hear you say it.
I kind of like the mystique, though, of like commercials will slightly
I want you to look down
insinuate.
the camera. Look into the camera. Look into the camera and say it.
Okay, the commercials will be like Red Lobster.
Oh my God, you're going out of your way to not say this.
I'm doing the commercial. This is my speech.
Okay. All right, let's hear the commercial.
Hi, I'm John Lobster. I know that you've heard a lot of stories about Red Lobster and what we may or may not serve here. You've heard that we serve lobster, we serve fish, we serve human.
Why'd you put air quotes around it?
Come on. Come on, guys. Human, get over it. I'm John.
That's not a denial.
We had gorilla burgers once. I'll never hear the end of it.
That's not a denial, bro.
Oh,
All right,
shit.
moving on. Moving on. Welcome, listeners, to an exhilarating segment of our show where the game is on. A celebrity guessing game, to be exact. In this new portion of the show, we challenge our gentle baby boys to step into the shoes of pulp culture aficionados as they embark on a journey through the realms of celebrity-hosted podcasts. Get ready to tune in and tune up your detective skills as we present to you titles of celebrity-hosted podcasts. I will read the descriptions of a podcast, followed by its title. But here's the twist. The boys have one guess each, without being offered a multiple choice selection. If they are able to guess right, they will earn 3 points. If they have to use the multiple choice to get it correct, then they will get 1 point. These delicious man steaks will need to rely on their wits, instincts, and sprinkle of intuition to guess which celebrity personality is behind the mic. So buckle up for an electrifying ride filled with clues, hints, and perhaps a few curveballs along the way. It's time to put your celebrity podcast prowess to the test in this thrilling game, PodQuest Celebrity Edition. You guys ready?
I'm ready as I'll ever be, I suppose.
Okay, so question. Are these real podcasts?
These are real podcasts. I did not make these up.
Okay.
I did not make these up.
Okay.
They are actual podcasts, and I need you to guess the celebrity that hosts the podcast. So to be clear, I'm going to give you the title.
Okay.
I'm going to give each of you the chance to guess. We're going to go one by one, though. So Ryan, you're going to go first. You'll have first crack at it. If you can just figure out who it is and say that person, 3 points. If Ryan doesn't get it right, then Brandon, you get the chance to guess without the multiple choice. If you get it right, 3 points. Then, if you need the multiple choice, I will start reading multiple choice names. There's 4 of them for each category or for each podcast. The first person that says Buzz gets the opportunity to give a multiple choice answer. If it's wrong, the other person gets a chance, but you only get 1 chance at that too. 1 point if you get it right with the multiple choice, 0 points, obviously, if you don't get it right. And I'll tell you the answer. Okay. We'll move on. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yep.
You gotta say Buzz, and I will be the judge of who says Buzz first. Okay? Everyone clear?
Ready.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, and also the multiple choice, they're all kind of themed as well, so that's enjoyable if you get to the multiple choice. I'll give you the multiple choices even if you get it right, just so you can kind of see the theme. Okay. All right, so the first one is called Getting Curious with, and then the person's name. So again, the podcast is Getting Curious with... Ryan, who do you think hosts this podcast?
Vanilla Ice.
Excellent guess. Incorrect. Brandon, who do you think hosts Getting Curious with?
Getting Curious with George. This guy's got to be named George.
Okay.
Whoever it is. If their name isn't George, it's a wasted opportunity.
It does seem like a wasted opportunity.
George Foreman.
Okay. So you say George Foreman.
Yes.
That's not correct, but interesting choice, and you'll see why in a moment. Here are your multiple choice options. Again, I need you to say Buzz when you think you know who it is. If you would, wait until all four are said, but if you think you know it, go for it, and I'll stop talking and let you guess. But if you do that, the other person has advantage because they'll be able to hear all the options and have one guess.
Gotcha.
Getting Curious with Neil Patrick Harris. A. B. Nathan Lane. C. Jonathan Van Ness. D. George Takei.
Buzz. D.
Okay.
George Takei.
You did say it was a George, didn't you? Mm-hmm. You were like...
That makes sense.
Was I right?
No, you're not right.
Oh, son of a bitch.
So, Ryan.
Damn you, George Takei.
I guess Neil Patrick Harris?
That is a great guess, but no, it is Getting Curious with Jonathan Van Ness.
Oh.
Who's Jonathan Van Ness?
He's one of the Queer Eye guys.
Yeah, from the reboot of Queer Eye.
Which is a great show if you haven't watched it. I highly recommend it.
I'm not going to say I've cried during an episode. I'm not.
Oh yeah, I fucking cried in a couple episodes.
All right. So, the next one is Brotherly Love. Brandon, you get to guess first without the multiple choice. There are 3 brothers. Who are they? Who host Brotherly Love?
It's not the McElroys, I don't think.
No, definitely not. I have something in my eye.
This is annoying because I keep getting advertised the podcast Brotherly Love on my podcast app.
Do you really?
I clicked on it, yeah. I haven't clicked on it, so I don't know who it is.
The universe was trying to tell you something,
man.
So
you said 3 brothers?
There are 3 brothers.
All right. Obviously.
Celebrities, so think of some famous brothers.
Oh, fuck. Thor. The Hemsworths. There's 3 of those. The Hemsworths.
Final answer?
Final answer, the Hemsworths.
No, it is not the Hemsworths.
Huh? You motherfucker.
Ryan.
Is it the Lawrences?
I'm going to give it to you. It is.
Yay!
It is indeed the Lawrences. Joey, Matt, and Andy. But who the fuck was going to know Matt and Andy?
I only know Joey and Matt because Matthew Lawrence was in a show called "Are You Ready for This?" Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
That sounds amazing.
It was.
All right. Well, Ryan, I'm impressed.
Yeah, that was good.
I don't know that I would have pulled the Lawrences out of my ass. So that was very good, man. 3 points.
That is where I keep them.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That's him.
Whoa.
That's the guy.
Where am I? Whoa. Okay, anyway. All right, the next one. Ryan, you will have first crack at this one. Armchair Expert. Who hosts Armchair Expert? What celebrity? If you pull this person out of your ass, well,
Neil deGrasse Tyson?
You'll have a lot of people in your ass.
Yeah.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
It is not correct.
Beans.
I'm sorry. You still have 3 points, though,
I know
so
this
don't
one.
worry about it.
I know this one. I think.
Is he Googling? Look in his glasses. Do you see Google in his
No, I'm
his
not
glasses?
Googling.
Brandon wouldn't do such a dishonorable thing.
Mm-hmm. No Google pulled up.
I'm not 100% sure, actually.
I know this one, but I'm not.
Hold on, let me Google it.
I believe that it's Dak Shepard.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Why do you know that?
Because your wife's sister loves that podcast.
So Keisha just earned you 3 points.
Yes. Coming for you, Ryan.
Yeah, beats. Let's do this.
What'd you say, Kier?
He cheated?
No. He said the reason he knew Dak Shepard was the host was because of my wife's sister loves that podcast. So that's funny. All right, so it's 3-3. We're 3 rounds in. We got 2 more rounds, so it's still anyone's game.
Okay.
All right. So, Brandon, you get first crack at this one. And I'm not going to say that there's a clue in this already, but the title is Life is Short. What celebrity hosts Life is Short?
James Life.
I was going to make that exact same joke.
I'm going to guess Martin Short.
Final answer?
Sense.
Final answer.
Incorrect.
Damn you.
What?
Is
It's a-
it? It's a short. It's a short person.
It's a short person.
Stop
It's
talking.
got to be right.
It's Ryan's turn. Ryan.
Oh my God.
Mini Driver would be really good. I just thought of that, but no, that's not it.
Really good. That would be better, I think, because if it is a little person, then like I'm gonna feel really gross guessing that.
Do what you gotta do. Hey, you're tied 3-3. You gotta just throw it out there, brother.
Oh my God!
Do you want to win?
I really don't know.
I'll tell you what. I will give you 1 point if you could say it's the guy from that thing, and I know who you're talking about.
Is it the guy from Austin Powers?
No.
Okay, good. Thank God.
I don't think
I'm shamed.
I don't think that guy's alive anymore.
Yeah,
Is he
virtual
not?
air.
Nah, he died.
Oh my God, is he dead?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I think so, unfortunately. All right. Life is short. First person to buzz by saying buzz. Multiple choice options are A, Martin Short, B, Justin Long, C, Brendan Small, D, Jason Biggs.
Buzz.
All of those are great.
Brendan Small.
Is that your final answer?
Final answer.
Incorrect.
Son of a bitch.
Ryan, for the steal. You know it's not Martin Short. You know it's not Brendan Small.
What was the other one? It was not Jason Biggs, but the other one.
Justin Long.
Justin Long. That's my answer.
You're locking in with Justin Long?
Yep.
That is correct.
I celebrate the man's entire canon. I love him.
Including Tusk?
No, not Tusk. Fuck that movie forever.
I thought Tusk was okay.
No, I just that was too much for me, I think.
It was something.
Here's where he dropped the ball with Tusk, and this is a very quick interjection.
No. We can stop this for Tusk. Let's go.
You guys have both seen Tusk then?
Yes.
Yes.
At the very end, when the secondary character and the girl go to visit him, and he's there at the thing as the walrus, he should have been a podcaster. He should have had headphones on. He should have been podcasting, and that would have wrapped the entire thing up. And I'm 100% serious. Like, the entire movie was about how much he loved podcasting.
That's a good
comedy.
point.
I mean,
that's actually a
Tusk
really
was
good
comedy.
point.
They should have put Haley Joel Osment's character should have held up a microphone and been like, "So how's the fish today?" Arr, 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 arr. You know,
that's a really good point, and it kind of would have been some kind of commentary on podcasters as well.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's why I think Kevin Smith really dropped the ball in that movie. Is the ending.
That's interesting. Why didn't he do that? Now that I think about it,
I don't know. It's just a boring ending where it's like, I mean, it's a stupid ending for sure. I won't.
Well, Kevin Smith doesn't really do good. If you really go back and look at the breadth of his entire filmography, he does not do good endings.
Yeah.
Like, not a single one of his movies has an ending that makes any goddamn sense or is consistent with the rest of the plot.
Dogma?
I'm not. Yeah, at the end of the plot, there's the one that was bad is now good, and the one that is good is now bad, just because.
But Alanis Morissette doesn't.
Yeah, yeah,
it doesn't fix it.
No.
Oh, I got distracted. No, I feel you. I feel what you're saying.
That isn't to say he's not in other areas like a talented filmmaker, because sure, of course, but
now
that's one thing I've always noticed is like all his movies completely come apart at the end.
Well, now I have to think about it. Mallrats is okay at the end, isn't it?
No, it just stops. Like the movie just stops. Like there's no like real resolution except yeah, I don't think so. And then Clerks, everybody knows like the alternative ending to Clerks, right? Like with I know you know, Brandon, you showed it to me. Where Dante gets killed.
Oh yeah.
For like no reason.
Yeah.
But other than that, like if you were to look at that, and not that whatever you want to say, it's just like that's at least an ending.
Have you guys seen Red
But it's
State?
it's like an SNL skit ending.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen Red State. Is that his horror movie?
Have you seen Red State, David?
No.
Okay, so spoilers for Red State because it's really not worth watching. If you guys don't mind, I'm going to run through it real quick.
I don't mind.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Okay, so Red State is like, I can't remember the actor's name, but it's a cult, like a religious cult. And there's some teens that go to film something or go on their property, for whatever reason they get kidnapped, and they're being held by this cult. And the cult is waiting for the end times, and they torture the teens or the early 20-somethings who are on their property. It's got John Goodman in it as a sheriff. It's pretty good. But anyway, at the very end of the movie, the culmination is their sirens, and it's the end of the world. Like, the angels are coming down, and it's exactly what they were waiting for to happen.
Interesting.
The cult was right. But then it turns out, like, it fades to black as the cult, like, runs away, and the teens who are still alive escape. And then it cuts to the next day, and it's John Goodman. He's like, yeah, they were just running the fire alarms, and it must have scared them off. Like, it just ended up being fire alarms that the city was running instead of the actual apocalypse, which I think, again, was a huge missed opportunity to not make the cult be right at the end.
That would have been a huge twist.
Yeah.
That would be something that would stand out. It's like, no, the cult, evil or not, it actually is the end of the world.
That would have been like a good M. Night Shyamalan ending.
Yeah.
Yeah, as opposed to just the next day, and he was like, yeah, they all killed themselves because of X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, that's just depressing and stupid.
Yeah, it is. It was depressing and stupid.
Now I know.
Yep.
Well, if you're not paying attention at home, the score is currently 4 Ryan, 3 Brandon. I did not expect it to be this exciting in the last question. So here we go. This one, let me ask you this: how much? I'm going to tell you the name of the podcast. We're back to you, Brandon, guessing first.
Okay.
And I'm going to put this up for a vote to both of you. I'm going to tell you the name of the podcast. Then I want you to tell me if you want a clue as to there's 2 people that host this. And I can give you a pretty good clue that will zone you in on the type of celebrity, but won't give it away.
Okay.
The podcast is called Fly on the Wall. Do you both agree that you want me to give you the type of celebrity? There's 2 of them.
I don't know it. I don't know the answer, so I'll take any clue.
Yeah, same.
Okay, since
I don't know that one either.
Since Ryan doesn't mind and you're going first, Brandon, I will tell you. These are former SNL cast members. There's 2 of them. The show is called Fly on the Wall. It's really going to be a shot in the dark anyway, so I don't think that.
I don't think he would do something without his name in it, but I'm going to guess John Lovitz.
And there are 2 of them, 2 hosts.
I got to guess both of them.
I tell you what, if you get one of them right, you'll get 1 point. If you get both of them right, you'll get 3 points.
Okay. John Lovitz, and I think Gilda Radner's dead, but hell, she's there too.
Okay. Incorrect.
Cool. Okay. Am I wildly incorrect?
Yeah.
Am I in the right era of SNL?
I'm not going to say that because Ryan has a guess now.
Okay.
Is it David Spade and Rob Schneider?
I am not going to give you the point. We're going to go to the multiple choice.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see why I'm saying what I'm saying in the way I'm saying. Because the first person to buzz in gets to guess multiple choice. A, Adam Sandler and Rob Schneider. B, Tim Meadows and Tracy Morgan. C, Tina Fey and Amy Poehler. D, David Spade and Dana Carvey.
Ooh, that's
Buzz. Is it Tina Fey and Amy Poehler?
It is not. So, Brandon,
Oh.
slow down, brother. This is your chance to tie it up. It is 4-3 currently. Your remaining options are A, Adam Sandler and Rob Schneider. B, Tim Meadows and Tracy Morgan. D, David Spade and Dana Carvey.
So it's either Adam Sandler in the first. It's either the first one or C.
C,
I'm gonna go C.
By C, you mean David Spade and Dana Carvey?
Yes.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Good job. Because C was Tina Fey and Amy Poehler, but that's what Brian guessed. So.
Oh, D.
But then
whatever.
I listened to them.
You got it. I'm gonna go ahead and guess Tina Fey and Amy Poehler again.
Okay, that would be a much better podcast.
Well, guys, first off, that's kind of wild, and I want to listen to Fly on the Wall because I just kind of want to hear at least one episode of that. I don't know that that's one I could listen to more than one episode, but I just kind of want to feel what that dynamic is, David Spade and Dana Carvey. But anyway, that means we're 4-4, which is I was not expecting this, so I did not plan a tiebreaker, but I have one in mind though.
Okay.
I want each of you, if you could rename our podcast, take a moment and think about it. If you could rename our podcast right now, what would you rename it? The better one wins. And the judge will be Kira.
Now, hold on. I came up with a name for this podcast, so I'm personally offended.
We're not gonna do it. It's just what I came up with. Start rebranding.
Mine is the Best Friends Gang.
The Best Friends Gang. Damn, that's good.
That's good.
Remember, you're placating to Kira too, though. So the David Davy Show, starring David. No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say my joke answer would be David's cute little tush. But my real answer would be
Cushy Tushy.
Ryan fixes everything.
That's not bad.
Oh, Jesus.
That's not bad. Okay.
Do I get a vote on that one? Because I don't like it.
I love it based on, that running gag alone. Like, that's really good. Actually, why didn't we call it that? Damn, that's good.
Because that's selling something to the customer that I don't think we can deliver on.
It doesn't matter.
I can't even fix my own shit, gentlemen.
It doesn't matter. It's good. All right, Kira, your choices are in no particular order, and I'm not going to tell you who said who or who said what. Ryan Fixes Everything, or the Best Friends Gang. The Best Friends Gang? Best Friends Gang wins. All right. Well fought. Exciting game, down to the wire, sudden death. Mm-hmm. Ryan, you're the first winner of this new segment, PodQuest. You won PodQuest Celebrity Edition.
You deserve a trophy of some kind.
Yes. I will get on that immediately.
Like a belt or something.
I could have Kira make you a t-shirt a lot easier than that. You'll get a t-shirt. All right.
Well, all right.
So that's all I had.
I kind of want to talk about Kevin Smith's movies some more.
Okay. This is verbal jazz, baby.
Well, I mean, think about it. Like, that is pretty relevant to our those movies were all around when we were teenagers, and we were all very into them. And it was all a pretty big part of our development in that era. And you go back and watch some of them, and they're wildly problematic.
Oh yes, very much.
But not
so.
like, okay, so like, first of all, the entire fucking premise of chasing Amy is kind of gross now.
Yeah.
Like, in hindsight, like, I remember we watched that, you and I think, watched that, Brandon, when it came out, and we were like, yes, this is edgy and artsy and makes us feel
Chasing
like
Amy
grown-ups.
hit me so hard. Like, I loved that movie.
Yeah, but then you look back and you're like,
Yeah,
that is kind of gross.
Yeah, very, very gross. Very.
It's a guy. It's about a guy who thinks he can straight someone out of gayness.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, this is definitely what a straight person thought about gay people in the 90s.
Not just a guy, but watching Ben Affleck try to straight somebody.
I know. Yeah. Although, what's his name?
Yeah,
Jason Lee.
Yeah.
Is kind of a breakout star in that movie.
Yeah.
What was his character's name? I can't remember. But Brody. Yeah.
Brody from Mallrats. Yeah.
Yeah, Brody.
Because he takes over the Tonight Show.
Yeah.
At the end, he takes over the Tonight Show at the end. See, that's what we're talking about. All his movies come apart at the end.
Have you guys seen the last Kevin Smith movie that he did?
Banky.
No.
Banky is his name.
That's right.
Clerks
Jay and
3?
Silent. Oh no, I didn't see Clerks.
No,
3.
we should all watch it and do an episode on Clerks 3 because I want to watch it.
I thought Clerks 2 was an affront, so I didn't see Clerks 3.
Yeah.
Was it good?
I haven't seen it. I'm curious.
That's what I'm saying.
I want to watch it, but
But I think Kevin Smith kind of evolved over time into being sort of like professionally Kevin Smith. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's
he
basically
became a parody of himself.
Well,
absolutely.
I don't even know about parody. He's just kind of like Stan Lee, where it's like, hey guys, it's me, Kevin Smith. You want to talk about nerd stuff? And he's like, hey, we're gonna, like, AMC is gonna host a marathon of superhero movies. Let's bring Kevin Smith in to talk about it between movies or something. And it's like, why? My guy hasn't particularly been relevant in a while. You know, I don't know, but
I don't disagree.
Yeah,
but I still think that we should watch Clerks 3 and then do an episode on it.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
I do think like there was, because he was like this second coming. You know what I mean? Of cinema, and then he just kind of like dropped the ball. He kind of turned out to be just, you know, like we said, professionally Kevin Smith.
Guys, you want to hear some parallelism?
Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Here's the plot of Clerks 3. After suffering a massive heart attack, Randall enlists friends and fellow clerks, Dante, Elias, Jay, and Silent Bob, to help him produce a movie about everyday life at the Quick Stop.
Yeah, and that was the thing that, like, it both piqued my interest, and also it's just like, it's just his life. I get that Clerks was his life, so I know he's going back again to Clerks 3 and saying, you know, here's my life now. I had a heart attack. I want to make a movie about it. It's the most meta bullshit you can think of, in my opinion.
Well, and it's a vehicle to get them back to the Quick Stop and make it, like, understandable.
Because, at the end of this second one, don't they, they own the Quick Stop, don't they?
Yes.
He inexplicably has the amount of money to buy the Quick Stop, and they just keep running it.
Something like that. Rosario Dawson is in Clerks 3 again.
Okay, so here's the thing about that. I do not buy for a minute that. I mean, okay. The guy who plays Dante, what's his name? Is it Brian O'Halloran?
Yeah.
I don't, that is not a appropriate match. That's Ahsoka Tano, bro.
It's the most, like, Hollywood, it's one of the most Hollywood matches. And I mean, maybe it's mean to say about Brian O'Halloran, I don't know.
Yeah,
but...
I don't mean for it to come off that way, but he is aggressively normal looking.
Ray, I don't think he's in Clerks 3. Oh, no, there he is. He's, like, way down in the cast list, though. That's weird. Kevin Smith's daughter, Harley Quinn, is in it. Did you see that movie? Did you see that movie that she did?
No, but I actually kind of
Vinegar
wanted to
hosers?
because it looked so bizarre.
It's very bizarre. All I remember is
It's
there's
very
like
strange.
weird little creatures that they're like fighting. It's very
Yeah,
weird.
they're like evil German sausages that,
Yeah.
and because there's that one line of dialogue in it that I've seen that was like, all right, I'm in. Where the evil German sausages goes 999, so much nine it's almost 10, and I was like, that's fucking comedy gold, bro. That is comedy gold.
So their entire thing is they have the little like German hats with the spike on top.
And they
Yeah,
go up people's butts.
They go people.
I see.
That's their whole
See, that is
modus
intriguing.
operandi.
And what do? They try and like control them from up there, like they work them with controls or something,
I don't think so. I think they just crawl up your butt.
You want to
and
know?
then just live there.
I think they kill you. I think they kill you. I think they mess up your innards, and yeah, I don't think it's good.
Yeah,
you want to hear
they
other
do
people that
address
are in this movie?
Yes.
So have you ever seen that show Impractical Jokers?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All of those guys are in it. All four
Gross.
of them.
yeah.
Weird. Fred Armisen is in it.
Huh.
Sarah Michelle Gellar is in it.
Well, he's buds with them, I think.
Fred Armisen is?
No, Kevin Smith. He's
Ke-
buds with him
Oh,
and Freddie Prinze Jr.
Oh, okay. Weird. Yeah.
So the one of the Impractical Jokers, Brian Quinn, is on a podcast with Walt Flanagan and Brian Johnson
Ah, okay.
called Tell 'em Steve Dave.
Yeah, okay.
Walt Flanagan's the guy in the original Clerks who like investigates the eggs.
Yeah.
He keeps coming in and looking at the eggs.
Yeah.
And then Brian Johnson is who Kevin Smith based Randall off of. Brian Johnson's the real life Randall.
Yeah, and he was in that show that they did about the
Comic book men.
Comic book man, yeah.
Yeah, that show was so fucking dumb. And I love
Yeah.
comic books. Obviously, anybody who knows me knows that. The thing is like that show was the most pandering bullshit I've ever seen in my life.
Man, I love Comic Book Man, but I also
I loved when they would talk about comics, but then like the dumb made up bullshit between like talking about comics is what made me crazy.
Yeah. Like the
Yeah.
people coming in and selling
Yeah.
stuff and how it's obviously fake. And...
Yeah.
Well, no, not even that. That part I liked when people would come in and be like, I have this comic book. And they'd be like, here is why this comic book is valuable and important.
Oh, okay.
Here is the history of this comic book. And I'd be like, yes, tell me more. But then like the made up shit in the middle where it'd be like, here's what the gang's dealing with today.
Oh yeah, we
And
gotta
I'd be
go
like,
to a
that's-
hockey game.
That's fucking,
Yes.
yeah, that's like made up reality TV bullshit. I'm not here for that.
Yeah.
I'm here to talk about comics like a real man.
Justin Long is in it. Justin Long is in Clerks 3.
Kevin Smith really has gotten a lot of use out of Justin Long.
He has. He got his money's worth out of Justin Long, didn't he?
I like Justin Long.
He seems like a nice man.
He seems like he would be greasy a little bit.
He seems like he'd help you move a couch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Danny Trejo is in Clerks 3.
Really?
Danny Trejo would help you move a couch for sure.
Danny Trejo would help you hide a body.
Yeah, in the couch.
He'd probably be the one that killed the guy. And he'd be like, guess what? Hombre, you're helping me now.
The other
I'd be
guy,
like, oh shit.
the other two guys, Mike Chen and Mike Zapik from Comic Book Men are in this as well. But also Anthony Michael Hall, who I enjoy from License to Drive mostly. If you've ever seen that flick. Almost every day of my life I say, give me the keys, man, which is a quote from License to Drive. Go
Man,
watch
Anthony Michael Hall turned out weird, didn't he? Like, you go back and look at him in, well, anything from the 80s, and then look at him now, and you're like, huh, I can see the same guys in there somewhere, but...
Yeah, he's like a textbook example of what it is to age as a human.
I have no idea who Anthony Michael Hall is.
You ever seen The Breakfast Club?
Yes, but it's been a very long time.
The little wienery kid from The Breakfast Club.
Little wienery kid. That's exactly right. And lastly, Bobby Monahan from SNL fame. Anyway, that's enough about Clerks 3.
Is it, though?
No, because we're going to watch it, and we're going to do a whole episode on it.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I would do it.
What's it on?
I don't know. I'm about to
I don't
see.
know.
I'm about to look.
Yeah, we'll have to watch it and then do like a whole episode where we just talk about it.
It is streaming on Stars, Hulu Premium subscription, Roku channel Premium, YouTube TV Premium, Amazon Prime Premium. So nothing free.
Well,
I do
I don't
know.
know. We'll see.
You guys know anyone sailing the high seas these days? You know, a little Buccaneer action, a little
I don't.
pirating.
Well, you can rent it on Amazon for $4.
Really?
Oh, well, that's not bad.
Yeah, buy it for $15, rent it for $3.99.
That will be the first episode we put money into. It would be a $12 episode.
Yeah.
I say we do it.
I'm fine with that.
Let's do it.
Well, let's do a really quick Gray Matter Munchies. I'm not even going to do the intro since we're going long here. Any interesting media that you've been consuming for your mental well-being or otherwise?
Did I talk to you guys about... I'm trying to remember from the last time we recorded. The last time we recorded, did I talk about Fallout?
Yes. We did, and that was great.
Well, it's good.
It's still awesome, and Brandon still needs to watch it.
I know. I still haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
Well, I highly recommend it. But they, yeah, it's just such a quality show, and they're already working on season 2.
Yeah.
And then the final season, or the 4th season of The Boys comes out on Thursday, tomorrow, and I'm very excited about that too.
I think House of the Dragon came out today. I don't know if you guys watched the first season. I'm probably going to watch that. What have we been watching? We've been watching a lot of movies lately. We see anything good? Anything worth noting? I watched Avatar: Way of the Water finally. I don't have anything to say about that. And some other stuff that obviously isn't worth mentioning. TV-wise, I'm watching the most recent season of Outlander.
Yeah,
that's right.
Pretty good.
I'm invested in the story at this point, but I would not recommend anyone start it. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
But I'm too far in. I have to see it through fruition.
Yeah.
It's a lot of boobs in it if you're into that kind of thing, like gratuitous, like. Yeah, I know.
Hate a boob.
Hate a boob.
Not a fan.
Hate a boob.
Just not into it.
Yeah, it's not like I will take my married man hat off with my wife in the room and say, from a man who enjoys breasts, it's not even like it's like they try to make it like romantic sex scenes, but it's like really gratuitous and too long, and like it's not even pandering to like women who read romance novels. I don't think it's who is this for? That's what it feels like. It's like who are you trying to get to watch this show by putting all this gratuitous sex into it?
Boob lovers, I guess. But
guys like you.
I'm trapped. I can't get away from these boobs, guys. I got to see it through. It's just weird. There's definitely times where Kira and I are just like, well, they're doing this.
Yeah, there's another nip.
Yeah, but anyway, I can't think of what else I've been watching. What series did we finish right before that?
What's up?
What series did we finish right before Outlander? We finished like a whole series.
Resident Alien.
Oh, Resident Alien. Okay, that's something to talk about.
That show's funny.
Alan Tudyk, dude, that is a great show. The way he plays an alien who's trying to fit into a small American town. And the way, and his acting evolves through the first season's kind of short, the second season's kind of long, and his acting evolves to where he becomes this perfect parody of a human, of what an alien thinks a human would be like. But then he just has his own quirks and stuff as a character too.
He finds E.T. sexy.
Yeah, exactly. He's got a lot of weird little jokes like that.
Fucking killed me. Haha, sexy idiot.
It's
I
so
was
good.
Fucking dying.
Yeah, that part got me too. Yeah, absolutely. That's my recommendation of the week. Brandon, other than Fallout, go watch Resident Alien. Fucker.
Okay. That's it. Oh, that's the show I have been looking at watching. Oh,
Shit guy.
Shit guy. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I like Alan Tudyk. It seems like an interesting show, so I'll check it out.
Yeah, very good. Very good. I highly recommend.
And get fucked, David.
And eat shit,
Oh,
Brandon.
man. Oh, jeez.
This is the thing that ends the show. Resident Alien.
Yeah. I have nothing. I haven't been watching anything. In my free time, I've been working on D&D stuff. Been making maps.
That's something.
I would recommend, if you're a D&D fan, there's a website called Incarnate. So like Incarnate, but with a K instead of a C for Incarnate.
Clever.
Where you can go and make maps. And you can. There's a free version, or you can pay. It's like $25 for a year.
Oh, that's not bad.
And you get access. Yeah, you get access to like hundreds more things with that.
Cool.
So I paid for the access, and I've been using it, and it's pretty cool. So if you like making maps for D&D, I use a virtual tabletop called Foundry. And then Foundry is the website, and then Forge is a host that you have to pay for. So to like get up and running, you kind of have to pay about like $100 or so to get up and running like digital tabletop. But once you do, it's pretty cool. So I recommend digital tabletop gaming.
Cool. Last thing I'll say is I've been playing Persona 5 Royale. I'm about 5 hours into it. I don't have much to say. I'm not sure if we'll keep going with that. I'll give a better review if I continue playing. That's all I have to say about that. And on that note, this is the latest we've recorded for a long, long time. So it is bedtime, boys. So let's put Season 5 to bed. Let's tuck it in, give it a sweet little kiss on its forehead, and move on to bigger and better things in Season 6. I'm excited. And, until then, I've been David Musgrave, the man kissed by all angels.
I have been your very best friend, Ryan Brown.
And I've been Brandon Full, sleepy shepherd of the forest. And we're probably not okay.
Good night, sweet listeners.
Thanks for 5 effing seasons.
Hell yeah.
5 sexy idiot seasons.